Hello guys, I would like to talk about a citrus tree that nobody really talks about. It's a very obscure unknown tree and it's called the sweet lime tree. And initially when I came to this house it was actually dying. The gardener that was working on this house, he had told me that it was pretty much dead, and he almost convinced me to chop it down, but I'm glad I didn't. I started doing my research to see what I could do. So supposedly, okay, so this tree, the roots were buried deep into the ground, and according to what I've read, if that's the case, then it's not good for a tree. It could actually die. So what we need to do, we need to expose some of the roots so the tree could actually breathe better. And this is what it used to look like before I started digging around it. Okay, so this is a sweet lime tree, and when I moved into this house, which is just a little over a year ago, it always looked really sickly, and it never like really looked healthy. I mean, this is as healthy as it has ever looked, but you can still see that the leaves are yellow and the branches seem really dead. It's kind of blooming, as you could see here, and it is giving fruit. I think more than what I remember from last year. I've been putting a lot of water on it. See? Well, it doesn't look like it has ever reached its potential. And see, there's like another flower here. Okay, look at the trunk. It's buried deep under the soil. I'm going to try to expose it. Okay, that part there, I did expose it a little bit, see? But I'm going to do more, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, this is what it looked like after I finished digging around, and the root flares are actually exposed now, and this poor tree can actually breathe. And it looks like it's more relaxed, and it's found some, it's been alleviated a little bit. And there was a day flower growing around there. It had a lot of roots, and maybe it was maybe choking this poor tree as well. And you see all those roots around there, and it looked just really messy. So now after we had a lot of rain here, I need to dig around it again. I'm thinking maybe the root flares have been covered up by soil again, so I need to check that out. I forgot to check it, but it's important because I need this tree to breathe, and so we'll see. And there's some cracks on this trunk, like there, so I'm assuming it was due to the lack of oxygen or something, but I haven't checked if they're still there. And this tree, during its growing peak season, it becomes very verdant, and the bees love it. There was like a lot of bees around this tree, and this is what it looked like when it was in its peak growing season. And I believe this video was taken sometime in January or something. As you can see, this video was taken back in February, and look how lush it looks. And it just looks like I don't know, like a paradise, a tree in the Garden of Eden or something. It's beautiful. So I'm really happy and proud of the work I've been doing with this tree, and I'm glad I can bring it back to life in some way, at least. And this is what the tree looks like right now, today in June. I just took this video today. Look how much nicer it looks compared to back in May 2022. And I'm really happy, you know. So I just need to see and check the root flares. Hopefully they haven't been covered by soil again. And I just wanted to show you this heuchera, and it's really doing well here under this tree, and it does get some shade, and it gets sun as well as the sun moves across the sky during the day, but it looks beautiful. In this video, it kind of looks green, but in real life, it looks darker than what it looks like in this video. And there you go. I'm really proud of my sweet lime tree. He's looking really proud and healthy. So this tree I had to prune it. This was the first time that I've ever pruned a tree because it was actually growing into the neighbor's yard, and then at that time I had the hedge and it was growing into the hedge, so I kind of pruned it down a little bit, and I did an okay job, I think, I hope. And this is what this year's harvest looks like, and I think this year's harvest has been exceptionally wonderful because of all the rain that we've had. And I would like to think that it's also due to what I did, how I exposed the roots, and and look, and earlier this year it was giving off a lot of fruit as well, and this is what I've collected earlier this year. I have to mention that this year's fruit, they're very juicy compared to the very first time. They were like dry with no juice at all. So I just wanted to add that one little detail as well. So the peels of this tree, this fruit is like really aromatic. When you peel it, it actually stays on your hand. And what I've done in the past, I would put the peels in a container and I would place it around my house. And the aroma that it gives off it is just wonderful. It infuses your home with this really amazing smell. And again, it is really powerful. And if you guys have a chance to grow one in your backyard, definitely grow one because it is an amazing tree. Like again, the bees love it, and the taste is just really amazing. I think it's the best tasting citrus that I've ever tasted. And well, maybe I shouldn't say that. It's actually just different, but it is very delicious. It is not. It actually tastes like a lime, but it's sweet. So hence the name sweet lime. And of course, my tree. I have I still don't know what kind of orange tree it is. I would like to believe that it's a golden nugget citrus tree. It didn't really do well this year. Before, like last year was doing really well. It gave a lot of fruit, but I think because of the weird weather we've been having, we've had a lot of strong winds, and I noticed that a lot of the fruit fell on the ground. So, but this year this tree is doing exceptionally well, and it's just been giving a lot of fruit.